I would like to begin our honors with honoring the staff from our Intake and Enrollment Center. As many of you know, the City of Portland received an influx of asylum seekers on the last week of the past school year. I've been so proud to live and work in this community as it has rallied to welcome and help our newest neighbors transition into the community. Shortly after the asylum seekers arrived, Grace Valenzuela, our Executive Director for Communications and Community Partnerships, took the helm to serve as the school district's point person in our efforts. Over the summer, under Grace's leadership, working alongside the district's summer school team led by Gail Cressy, the district has provided summer school to nearly all of the more than 80 students that spent their summer at the Expo. But the first step in that effort was to complete their intake. Our multilingual intake process is a thorough evaluation of a student's past academic, social, emotional, and medical history, and an assessment of their current academic levels and English proficiency. Since the arrival coincided with the end of the school year and the intake center's break, we were forced to ask our intake staff to extend their hours and change their break plans. I think I don't really need to tell those of you who know these folks that they stepped up to the plate without hesitation. One of the things that's been most impressive about the equity work in the Portland Public Schools is the investment that we make in our community outreach. It is unique in Maine and rivals what you would expect to find in the most diverse and welcoming school districts anywhere in the country. But what sets it apart from even those organizations is the quality, selflessness, and passion of the folks who do that work. Starting with Grace, it extends to every single one of the folks here today and those who couldn't be with us. A couple weekends ago, I spoke to the ELL coordinator in Brunswick, where many of the new arrival families are finding housing. I had called her to tell her about the preliminary steps that we had taken to ensure that our students had an introduction to American schools with their summer school experience, but above all, to provide the detailed and thorough understanding of them that we achieved through the work of the Intake Center. She was extremely relieved and grateful for not having to attempt to duplicate those efforts in her district. We've shared that same information with superintendents across the state, and as students are settling, people are calling us to get that information. So I would like to recognize Monique Mutumwinka, who's not with us today, Bertley Despacho, Josephine Bizimana, who's also not with us, Jen Turkowitz, Emily Hall-Greeley, Jennifer Dorval, and Maureen Clancy. So could you please step up to the mic?
Very much. Thank you so much.
Your dedication and commitment to your work is humbling. Your expertise and empathy are part of what makes the Portland Public Schools a unique and special institution. So thank you again for all that you do every day, but especially for what you've done this summer.